that kind of change we are trying to bring, so that we have put a very good AI-powered chatbot, which is today, if you simply ask, and the chatbot will reply in audio, and you can almost like chat like that, and you'll get practically every query answered about any train in the country. It's very powerful. It's really powerful. You need to experience it. Toilets, we are fundamentally changing the toilets, practically every aspect.
So you've raised expectations, basically.
Our Prime Minister, if you do up to here, he'll say, no, this is the bar. We work up to here, he'll say, no, this is the
That's amazing. You know, last time it went viral. He was at the economic summit, kind enough to grace it. And then we got talking a little informally during the event. And then he narrated a story about how, and I think he says it best, because people want to know about the way the Prime Minister of the country thinks. The Prime Minister is coming this evening, but that's his formal address. But they want to know how he thinks, how he works, and he must be spending an enormous amount of time with you. And there was this story you shared last time about how you all made a presentation to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister didn't say anything, and then you all went out, and there was a call after 11 o'clock at night that the Prime Minister made to him, and what the Prime Minister said. Maybe, if not that, you can share a little bit more, maybe a personal anecdote, which will tell everyone about how the Prime Minister sees railways and IT as transformative enterprises, and how he's involved.
You're right, Arnab. Our Prime Minister's, basically, he's a very, very intent listener. You can make a presentation which is full of numbers for 2.5 hours, and he would be intently absorbing each and every number which is there, each and every thought which is there, each and every principle which is there behind those numbers. He's such an intent listener. I've never seen a listener beyond what our Prime Minister is. Second, his vision is very, very far-reaching. He's not interested in incremental, small, delta kind of changes. He really believes that, yes, time has come when India should be thinking of quantum changes, step changes, not just incremental, okay, fine, this small little change we have done. No, he's not interested in that. Third, he truly believes that India can be a developed nation. India will be a developed nation. Unlike the huge genre of politicians in the country who always thought that India will remain maybe whatever it is, our Prime Minister really thinks that India will become a superpower, and he believes that if we lay the foundation right, then the country will be in the right direction. So these are some sincere beliefs that he holds. And that's what drives so many of the things that he is driving. For example, very recently, a digital minister from one of the richest countries in the world, and that has happened so many times, when he came, we were discussing COVID, we were discussing payment systems, we were discussing quantum technologies, we were discussing 4G, 5G, and 6G, all those things we were discussing. When he asked about how do you transfer your benefits, he said that I've heard that there is a very unique way of doing this. When I explained to him how a Prime Minister has launched Digital India, how Digital India has created the India Stack, and how using the India Stack, Prime Minister presses a button and millions of people get their money in their accounts. He was so surprised. He said that, no, you must come and make presentations before the G7, how India has transformed. So those are things which are not even possible. Even the rich countries today, even today they write checks, and the checks are mailed, physically mailed. And if the person has, let's say, left the example he gave, that minister gave was, if a person has left the address, the check remains in the mailbox for 2-3 months before it comes back. It's that kind of world, and India is like leaps ahead of many of these developed countries.